Alright, 500 turns. Hey, look at that. And come back to me. Got it back. Okay, so we've got our fuselage here. It's reasonable. So now we've got to kind of lay this out and decide how long an airplane looks viable. I'm thinking about like this right here. Anything else will probably fly better and look absurd. So I'm going to attempt to make a boron rudder for this. So y'all get to watch me fight it out with boron on camera here. Maybe.
I'll make my pickles. That.
You need your pickles? Sure you're not in a pickle?
No.
Alright, so the question is, how much force is it going to take? I think what we're going to do is we're just going to make ourselves a gigantic sub-rudder for this airplane. And hopefully that will give us a shot at something flyable. But those of you who are wondering, well, why didn't you build other things out of boron on this? Boron can be a little bit difficult even for me to fight it out with. And my goal here is to punch this into the wood. And what I need here from the boron is the benefit of how it bends around like that. So I'm actually poking it through the fuselage here. So this sub-rudder is going to look absolutely ridiculous, and I'm mostly okay with that. Now here's the difficult part. I am going to break off this piece of boron, and then I've got to go off camera because I have to wrap that up in a piece of tape and dispose of it because it's now a health hazard. So I will be right back. Okay, so we have a fuselage and we have flying surfaces. We'll put wing posts together as we're building out the wing assembly after we've covered it. So what I need to do is I need to set, actually no, I can't really set this aside yet. Because what I need to do now is I need to make a, propeller shaft. And this is going to be a little on the difficult side. Because this has got to be a really, really tiny prop shaft. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to make it. I mean, this is legitimately, this has to be tiny. Yeah, well, so far so good. And actually, the hook part was the part I was worried about. Alright, that's an ugly, ugly prop shaft, but it will get the job done. That'll do. So now I can cut this off. And so I've got myself a prop shaft. Now I have to make myself a propeller spar. So I'm going to use that piece of spar material, but that's broken. What I really need is kind of a heavy piece of wood here, because in this case we're kind of looking more for strength and high. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Doesn't matter. Let's find something in here that will do. Striking out. This looks like it might work. Well, it'll work if I can, not make a total mess of it. For now, that'll do. So, I don't need it to be a full diameter prop spar. These flight loads are pretty low on this. And there we go. So, here's what I have done. I have poked this through the long dimension of the rectangular cross-section. I don't know if that's going to focus it. Starting to focus, maybe? Nope. There we go. Alright, so I poked this through the so the shaft forms a diagonal, or the spar forms a diagonal cross-section here. So, I've got that going on. So now I need to figure out what I'm going to use to make myself a set of propeller blades. I don't know what thickness this is. Maybe too thick. I don't think I've got anything in this stack that will work. I'll be right back. Alright, so I found some really thin wood that I've planed off. I hope this will work as a set of propeller blades. I've had some issues doing them this way in the past on really small planes. We're going to eventually try to put some camber in these blades, but whether that will work out very well, I'm not so sure. These are some of the ugliest looking propeller blades I have ever made in my entire life. And that is saying something. Okay, so now I'm going to try bend a little bit of camber into these. So I've got myself this blade that looks terrible and it's going on here, and hopefully it'll do something useful. You know, propelling the airplane, all that jazz. And so I'm stuck here waiting for Elmer's glue to dry because I elected to use that and I think I've kind of screwed myself up. Maybe. That looks like that's going to be good enough. And graceful. Guys, that's what I'm passing off as a propeller, and it's not even focusing in the camera. It doesn't matter. That just looks atrocious. But at this point, it's going to have to do. Now let's see how this looks when I load this guy up. Here I thought it was rough loading the prop on my A-Rod. This makes that look actually kind of easy. I've never ever in all my days had to use tweezers to load the prop onto my airplane. Alright, that is going to require a washer on there, because at the moment that's not turning freely. Prop diameter is a little bit smaller than I bargained for, but it's not like you can easily set that type of thing with any degree of reliability at this size. At this point, I'm just trying to get them down to a reasonable pitch setting. I mean, this is ludicrous. All right. So once I get a washer on that prop, it should turn freely, and then we're going to cover this guy, and we'll go from there. But I want to just point out to you the fact if I can get all of this up here. I want to point out to you the fact that we have spent all this time building that. I think I've lost my mind. This is insane. I don't know whether this was a good idea at all, but it was an idea. Yeah. Okay, so I've actually sprayed adhesive on these. I've built a tiny little covering frame. So hopefully all of this is going to work out alright. So we're just using 3M77 the same as on any other build that I do. Nothing special here. I did get this a little... let go of the table, y'all. There we go. Get this guy a little off center, but I think it'll be okay. And so at this point we have to figure out if it's even feasible to cut this out with a soldering iron like a normal build. I'm going to make a shot at it. We're going to try. What you really need at this size is like a cutter or something like that, which is what legit endurists use anyway. So far I would say going okay, not exceptional, but there we go. So that's popped loose. I left a little bit of excess around it. See if I can get the excess to wrap around. No, not really. That's okay, no biggie. Well, there we go. So now all I have to do is be able to free those two ends there. Alright, so we will set that all down. We're done with soldering. And now I gotta figure out where it was that I put my CA glue. Right in front of me. Right here. It was sitting here. Late. So. So the thing we gotta do now is we're gonna try to do like dihedral and stuff. Which is ridiculous at this scale. This plane really does need a good bit of dihedral to have any hope of flying. So, you know, we had that really nice covering job. It's not going to be really nice for much longer because it's all going to go loose around the dihedral brakes. And the CA accelerator. So I'm purely eyeballing my dihedral angles and all that, because we're just trying to.
You doing these?
Yes. Trying to get something that just kind of works about right. Now, end up our wing tips here. Let's see. I know this is just completely eyeballed at this point. Yeah, this is so sketchy. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I can tell you one thing is for certain, this does not exactly look like a wing anymore. It ever really did. Right, so there's our wing, such as it is. Now to add dihedral to our horizontal tail here. So we've got that. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Okay, so now we're ready to attempt to assemble this thing. Gotta find something I can use for wing posts. This is as good as anything. I'm going to put very tall wing posts on this in hopes that that'll make it have a chance of flying. I am building this thing with no incidents in it, so I'm probably going to have to crack the tail boom and add a little. Because we do not want any down thrust, I don't think. And just get my glue to set up there. So now I have to install a wing on my fuselage. We're going to go with putting the CG fairly far forward here. Why? Because it seems like it would be a good idea. Install this with lots and lots of wing wash. Unfortunately, the glue is not wanting to take hold, probably because I didn't do enough on there. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I broke and re-glued the rudder to a few degrees positive and attached the tail. So I'm going to put a Teflon washer on this, and then we'll go over trying to create a rubber motor for it. Alright, now we get to see if this even glides. It should. I don't know if it'll show up on camera. It did not show. Ow! Did not stay in camera frame. Alright, I'm going to try and see. I need to zoom. There we go. Let's try that. Alright. Well, it glides. I don't think you can really see it. I'm going to try it one more time. So, it sticks to me. That's the problem. Alright, let's try again. There we go. You can see it drifting down there. Alright, so let's find out how much it weighs. $23 milligrams. I think that may, well, now it says 24. I think that may be a new personal record. My lightest variable pitch prop hub is 24 milligrams. That's kind of funny. Hand stripped a piece of rubber. I started with, stripping the thinnest piece of rubber my rubber stripper would strip, and then I split it in half. I come back when I tie this into a single strand motor. This should be entertaining. I have no idea how to even do this. Although I think I have figured out. There we go. This motor is much too short, so this isn't going to really do much. There we go. Alright. I don't think this is going to fly, but at least not at the moment it's not going to fly. Whoa, that actually did fly. Briefly. Okay, back in a minute. Let's see. Oh, wow. That was insane. This probably also will not show up on camera. There it went. Right rudder, right thrust, right warps. Hey, it climbs. It's banging on the ceiling and it's dead stick. Alright, 500 turns. Hey, look at that. And come back to me. Got it back. Don't know if you'll be able to see this either, but 550 turns. And it's still flying, and it's down. Maybe a few more turns. Okay, took out some some of the right thrust, and 750 turns. And now it's trying to climb a wall, and now it's stuck in Caleb Paul's. Alright, this is on like 800 turns or something like that. I don't know, 900 maybe. And there it goes, and it's trying to become lost. It does fly though. And looks good. Okay, you have watched me build the world's smallest airplane. At least I think it's the smallest. So at this point, here's the problem. Can I go smaller? Yes, I can. I can build smaller than this. That's not an issue. The issue is I cannot make rubber that is small enough to make this airplane happy. I mean, I hand stripped this rubber down from the thinnest rubber I could strip, and it's still too powerful for this thing. So I don't really know what you do after this point, because I'm running short of ideas. So if y'all have any way that y'all can strip me tan rubber thinner than this, I'm open to it. And then I can build you a smaller airplane. So, anyway, questions, comments, hate mail, craziness, Josh, you need therapy, put it in the comments section below, and we'll see you later. Hi, I'm Josh Finn. This is Hope. We are J&H Aerospace.
If you like this video, hit the like button.
Also, how about subscribe to our channel and check out jhaerospace.com for new free flight products and all of the tooling that you'll need to build them.
Thanks for watching.